If you were to make the decision today, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Of what?
I have my quota.
What? You have a quota?
I didn't know we had a
I
quota.
didn't either. I have two questions. How would you feel about eliminating the Department of Education and finding the funds back to the districts that know Whitesburg Children's Eyes?
Yeah, I have a huge section on education on my website, and I go into that. I don't believe in the Department of Education at all. I believe in, once again, limiting the size of government. I don't believe it's really done a whole lot. There's only about 3 major line items in the entire education budget. I think all of them can be outsourced to the state without any problems at all. There's probably 24 line items in the Department of Education that are just kind of like congressman type of perk kind of things that you can throw money around and make yourself look good. I don't believe in any of that. I believe that, now understand, the next issue that I'm going to talk about is not a federal issue, it's more of a state or local issue, but you just need to understand where I'm coming from in terms of education. I even believe the size of school districts should be broken down into smaller units. And the reason why is the more local you can get to education, the better off you are. Nothing is more intimidating to a parent, and I know, I mean, I had 4 daughters go through public schools, they're not private school students. And if you go up to a big district and you try to make any influence as a parent, they all say they want the parents in there, but honestly, if you as a parent show up to the big districts, you know what happens? You're met by a squad of teachers who then will hear what you have to say with a school psychologist sitting there. Okay? It's not some one-on-one kind of parental interaction kind of thing. So I believe that you have to break the school districts into smaller groups. I also believe that when you do that, you give more authority to the teacher. Here we entrust a teacher with the security of our children for a good chunk of the day. But we won't entrust that teacher with a budget. We're going to dictate who he or she buys from. We're going to dictate everything about that classroom, every kind of book they buy, everything they bring into the class. That is ridiculous. I want that teacher to have maximal freedom. And does that mean we're going to have some disasters? Absolutely. But I think net, the quality will go up a lot if you let teachers, they're liberal. So if you instead of say, you know what, I'm going to dictate how we spend that, $100,000 that goes into that classroom, and you say, teacher, here's your $50,000. If you need to go to Costco to buy supplies, go to Costco. If you want everybody to have a Kindle, go buy Kindles. If you want to have laptops, buy laptops. And get the overhead of all that government out of the classroom and let the teacher be. And here's another thing about education. We have gotten so environmental, kids don't, you can't even have a chemistry class anymore. Back when I was little, we took mercury in our hands. Right? Today they would call the hazmat teams for what we did. It's ridiculous. Okay? And if you ask my kids about chemicals, they'll go, oh, if you touch mercury, you're going to die. I mean, it's like, no, you're not. I'm not advocating that you do. But we have to have rational responses to rational fears. And the problem is we've allowed people to scare us to death. I was just watching Fox News, great channel, right? They say, oh, if you touch things with PVC, you've got to get all that out of your house. And I'm sitting there going, wait a minute, our life expectancy is doing pretty good. It's a whole lot better than it was 20 years ago and 40 years ago. Let's just chill out, guys. It's true. We will die one day, all of us. But let's not get so scared that we can't really live. We can't experience what real chemicals are like in our schools. We can't take our kids on school bus trips without getting massive numbers of forms and teachers just totally freaked out of this, somebody getting injured. I'm sorry. Injury is a part of childhood. It's going to happen. We can do some modest kinds of things. Yeah, I'm not against all safety. But we have to live life and enjoy it and embrace it to its fullest. And I don't see that happening in our schools. They wouldn't even let our children play tag, believe it or not, at the middle school. Tag! I mean, we played kill the man, we played butt ball, we did all these guys. We were breaking our arms and stuff like that. But this is the kind of oppressiveness that is just on top of us. I mean, if this had happened in the Soviet Union back in the day, we would have brought out these examples.